This is how to invest in index funds on Trading 212. I'll show you the full process, so if you need to skip any sections, then feel free to do so using the timestamps below. The first thing you'll want to do is sign up using the link in the description below, as for doing this, you'll be rewarded with a free share worth up to £100. If that doesn't work, or if you've already downloaded the app or signed up without the link, then click on the 3 lines here and enter the promo code FIN, that's capital letters FIN, to claim your free share anyway. Apple devices aren't the best with tracking, so I'd recommend putting the code in to be safe. I'm going to show you the index fund buying process via the app, but I'll also quickly show it on desktop as well. They're pretty much the same thing though. Technically speaking, Trading 212 offers ETFs rather than index funds, but they're basically the same thing, and I've linked a guide explaining the subtle differences between them if you need it below. Once you've downloaded the Trading 212 app, you now need to choose which account type you want to use. You have 3 choices to consider here, and the first one is an investing account, which will allow you to choose from over 10,000 ETFs and shares with a minimum investing amount of £1. A CFD account, which is a far more risky option due to the ability to invest with leverage, and you don't actually own the shares that you buy either. Finally, you have the Trading 212 ISA account, which is almost identical to the Invest account, but this is the one you should be choosing if you're in the UK, as it allows you to avoid paying any tax on profits made when you invest. You're currently able to invest up to £20,000 per year in ISA accounts, and this can now be spread across as many stocks and shares ISAs as you like, assuming that you stay within the overall £20,000 limit, of course. All other ISA rules also apply. Because Trading 212 is a heavily regulated financial platform, they need to make sure that you're a real person and that you're in a comfortable position to be investing with them. So now you'll have to provide them with some information, your name, address, national insurance number, and occupation, but they also ask you for your yearly income and if you have any pre-existing savings. You'll need to provide them with a form of government-issued identification, so a passport or driver's license will do, and a selfie for further ID. I've blurred mine out for you because it's not pretty. Once you've finished verifying your account, you'll be given the option of either creating a pie or manually depositing yourself, and we'll just deposit some money ourselves for now. You can either click deposit now on the pop-up as soon as you begin, or at a later date you can click on the menu button in the bottom right of the phone app or the top right of the desktop app, which will give you the option to do this as well. After you've clicked this, you get the option of using either instant bank transfer, your card, or Apple/Google Pay to deposit with. But as you can see, the top 2 options allow you to do this free of charge, whereas the bottom 2 will start charging you a 0.7% fee after you've deposited £2,000 in total. So it's better to just go with the instant bank transfer option, as you'll never need to worry about any extra charges. To set this up, click the Connect Bank Account button after confirming that it is a personal account and that your account operates in Great British Pounds. A list of bank accounts will then come up for you to choose from, so just find yours and select it. You'll then be bounced around between your banking app, the TrueLayer page in your browser, and the Trading 212 app, so they can all sync with one another and connect the account. This is all very straightforward and basically does the work for you, bar asking for a few Face IDs here and there, so you shouldn't run into any issues. After everything's been confirmed and connected, you're all set to make your first deposit, and you'll see a lovely slider option pop up for you to choose your amount. So pretty self-explanatory, choose the amount of money you want to deposit and hit pay. I chose to deposit £100 for the purpose of this tutorial. You may be redirected to your bank account here to confirm that the payment is legit, so just click the link and authorize the transaction if you need to. And that's it. Your money will hit your account almost instantly and you're ready to invest in your first index fund. If you want to simply make a one-off investment into a fund, you can click on the magnifying glass icon at the bottom of the mobile app or the top of the desktop app and scroll down to the most popular ETFs section. There you'll see a list of funds for you to look through and choose from, so once you've found one, select it and click buy. However, I'll be showing you how to invest your money on a recurring basis as often as you like into one or more funds. To automatically invest on a recurring basis, e.g. once per month, we need to create a pie. So click on the pie chart icon either at the bottom of your screen on mobile or the top on desktop, then scroll down to your investments tab and change it to the pies tab. Click create a pie and then build a custom pie, as this will allow us to choose the funds that we actually want to invest in ourselves. Then click on add instruments and you'll be met with a load of shares and funds for you to look through and add to your pie. If you like, you can scroll down here and click on the most popular ETF section to see which funds are being invested in the most. We've also put a free cheat sheet together which is linked in the description of this video, and that highlights and explains a range of popular funds and what they do, and it even has a glossary that explains all of the complicated jargon that you'll find when you're a beginner investor. For this example, I'm going to invest into a Vanguard S&P 500 fund, but as you can see, there are two options here for this labeled VUSA and VUAG. The VUSA option is a distributing fund, which means they will pay you dividends, which you can then go and reinvest or withdraw or whatever you want to do with them. Whereas the VUAG option is an accumulation fund that will automatically reinvest any returns that you make. VUAG is the option I choose because I want the process of dividend reinvestment to be done for me, and I want to reinvest everything back into my portfolio. But it's important to remember that I'm not a financial advisor, and all investments have risk and can decrease in value, and this is just being shown for educational purposes. As VUAG is the only fund that I'll be investing in this video, I just need to click on it and click Add to Pie. Now if I click the arrow button underneath, I'll be able to see my pie, which is currently just a Vanguard S&P 500 fund, which is exactly what we were after. Click Next and you'll have the option of either auto-investing or manually investing, but you want to keep this as auto-invest as you're looking to passively invest on an ongoing basis. Now that you've confirmed that, you can set how much money you want to invest and how often you want to invest it. At this point, I will say that I really don't like how Trading 212 show a value projection. It's way above the average historical return, and I do think it's a bit misleading. It currently shows calculations based on an 18.7% average return, even though the average return of the S&P 500 is around 10%. And that's one of the best performing funds historically. Basically, ignore this graph. Just my opinion. I'm going to invest £200 on the first day of every month, so to do this, I adjust the slider to 200 and then click the drop down above to manually set the date. You are required to put in an initial deposit as well, and it has to be a minimum of £1, so I'll use the £100 that I put in earlier. Once you're happy with all of that, you need to name your pie and then review what you've created and confirm it. It's important to select your payment method as free funds, as this will tell your pie to invest money that's free in your account rather than making you deposit every single month. But now that you've got your pie set up to auto-invest your money on a set date, you need to set up a recurring payment into Trading 212 so that the money lands into your account in time for the auto-investment to take place. To continue to avoid card or Apple/Google Pay fees, you need to do this by setting up a standing order to Trading 212 via your bank account. Because I'm investing on the 1st of each month, I'm going to send the money a few days before this, around the 25th of each month. This will make sure that the money will definitely be in my account in time when there could be weekends or bank holidays, etc. Once you've created your pie with AutoInvest and set up your standing order, the pie will auto-invest the money for you that you're depositing each month. You can then track your portfolio by clicking on the pie icon at the bottom of your screen on mobile or the top on PC. This will show you how much money you've got invested and what you've invested in. If you have multiple investments, you'll get a nice pie chart graphic displaying the split of where your money is invested, and this is a good way of tracking your overall portfolio. And just like that, we're done. I'd love to know the free share that you receive and the value of it in the comments below. I received a £10.65 share in Rolls-Royce, so I didn't get too lucky, but better than nothing, I guess. You should now know how to buy an index fund on a recurring basis. Let me know if you have any questions or suggestions.
Bosh!